Στο σημερινό μας θέμα όσον αφορά τα ιατρικά, θα μιλήσουμε για τον COVID-19 και πώς αυτό μπορεί να επηρεάσει το πρόγραμμα διατροφής που κάνουμε. Πριν ξεκινήσουμε όμως, θα ήθελα λίγο να μιλήσουμε και εμείς, σαν εταιρεία, για τα πρωτόκολλα τα οποία ακολουθούμε.
Αυτό που θέλουμε να ξέρετε είναι ότι όσοι από εσάς αποφασίσουν και θελήσουν να ξεκινήσουν ένα πρόγραμμα της One-to-One Diet, μπορούν να νιώθουν απόλυτα ασφαλείς. Θα ακούσουμε σε λίγο τον Mark Gilbert, τον διατροφολόγο των κεντρικών της Αγγλίας, να μας αναλύει πώς μπορεί να συνυπάρξει ένα πρόγραμμα της One-to-One Diet με τον COVID-19 σε μια τέτοια δύσκολη εποχή και σε μια δύσκολη περίοδο. Παρ' όλα αυτά, εμείς εδώ στη One-to-One Diet by Cambridge Weight Plan Greece τηρούμε απόλυτα όλα τα πρωτόκολλα ασφαλείας για να μπορείτε εσείς να νιώθετε ασφαλείς.
Ξεκινώντας με την κατάσταση που μπορεί να υπάρχει lockdown, αρχικά να σας πούμε ότι η επαφή με τους συμβούλους δεν σταματάει ποτέ. Ο διαιτώμενος θα κάνει τα ραντεβού του εξ αποστάσεως, θα έχει φυσικά τηλεφωνική επαφή και μέσω ίντερνετ, μέσω βίντεο κλήσεων κτλ. Ανάλογα τι βολεύει τον καθέναν, την επαφή με το σύμβουλό του. Και φυσικά θα μπορεί να παραλαμβάνει τα προϊόντα του στο σπίτι του με απόλυτη ασφάλεια.
Σε περιόδους τώρα που δεν βρισκόμαστε σε lockdown, η τήρηση των μέτρων και των πρωτοκόλων γίνεται ακόμα πιο επιτακτική, ακόμα πιο σημαντική για τη δική σας ασφάλεια. Το πρώτο που κάνουμε είναι ότι έχουμε μικρύνει τον χρόνο του ραντεβού. Επειδή βέβαια αντιλαμβάνεστε ότι στη One-to-One Diet η υποστήριξη του συνεργάτη μας είναι το σημαντικότερο πράγμα, δεν μειώνουμε αυτή την παροχή υπηρεσία σε εσάς. Τα ραντεβού συνεχίζουν να γίνονται ιντερνετικά, το μεγαλύτερο μέρος τους, με αποτέλεσμα να αφήνουμε πράγματα που δεν μπορούν να γίνουν από απόσταση, όπως το ζύγισμα για παράδειγμα και η παραλαβή των προϊόντων, να γίνονται στο γραφείο του συνεργάτη ώστε να μειωθεί ο χρόνος στο ελάχιστο. Το δεύτερο που κάνουμε είναι ότι αφήνουμε πολύ μεγάλα κενά ανάμεσα στα ραντεβού μας, ώστε ο συνεργάτης μας να έχει την ευκαιρία να αερίσει καλά το χώρο και να απολυμάνει τις επιφάνειες που ήρθε σε επαφή ο προηγούμενος πελάτης. Έτσι, θα μπορείτε να νιώθετε κι εσείς ότι επισκέφτεστε ένα χώρο απόλυτα ασφαλή.
Και αν ανήκετε στις ευπαθείς ομάδες, η πρώτη διαδικασία που σας είπαμε, δηλαδή εξ αποστάσεως, συνεχίζεται και παίρνετε και τα προϊόντα σας στο χώρο σας. Ας δούμε το βίντεο.
Hi everyone, I'm Mark Gilbert, nutritionist for the One-to-One Diet by Cambridge Weight Plan, and we've, not surprisingly, been getting quite a few questions about the coronavirus and how that might be affected by different diets and in particular our diet. So I'm just going to go through a few questions on that. I've looked at the science very thoroughly in this regard, so hopefully I'll have some good answers for you. Now, first off, for those of you who don't know who I am, I've been studying and working in nutrition for over 20 years. I've got a Bachelor of Science in Nutrition. I'm a registered nutritionist. I've worked in hospital settings with dozens of doctors, specialist nurses, and dietitians for a few years, and I've worked in the food industry for many, many years. I'm on the scientific subcommittee of Total Diet and Meal Replacement Europe, and I've worked with other organizations and across Europe with government agencies and organizations on food policy and other things, and done several talks throughout the world on nutrition and related topics. So that's a bit about me. For those who don't know much about the One-to-One Diet by Cambridge Weight Plan, we are a weight loss company that has been using scientifically validated one-to-one support with nutritionally complete meal replacements to treat overweight clients for over 35 years. We were founded by one of the world's pioneering obesity researchers, Dr. Alan Howard, who also founded the first scientific journal that was dedicated to the study of obesity back in the 1960s. And that was called the International Journal of Obesity. Now, starting back in the 60s with Dr. Howard, and continuing to this day, we've conducted dozens of gold standard studies to prove the safety, efficacy, and health benefits of the products we produce and the types of programs we use to treat obesity and overweight people. These studies have shown superior weight loss, successful reversal of diabetes and prediabetes, and shown benefits upon osteoarthritis, sleep apnea, and multiple other markers of health. So that's a little bit about me and our diet. So with that background, let's just get into a few questions we've had from people about the diet and how that might interact with this risk of coronavirus and COVID-19. So we've had a lot of questions, and one of the main ones is, how does a low-calorie diet or calorie restriction affect your susceptibility to getting the coronavirus, or more accurately, COVID-19? Now, the only honest answer to that question, the only truthful answer for anyone, is we just don't know, because this is too new a virus. It's inadequately understood by science, so we can't really say right now. What we can say, though, that's been fairly well looked at, is that multiple studies, not just in rodents but in humans, show improvements in immune function with calorie restriction, so on a calorie restricted diet. Of the limited number of studies I found in humans, one showed that obese people have a diminished immune response. That's probably why people with a BMI over 40 are in the high risk category for COVID-19. And the study showed that a very low calorie diet reversed the loss of immune function in these people. So it helped their immune system get stronger. Another study in overweight people showed that caloric restriction with a diet, again, just like the other diet, that contained the recommended intake of vitamins and minerals, so it was a nutrient-dense diet for 6 months, improved the function of T cells. And T cells are kind of the master cell that is what all the other immune factors are made from, and it's the cells that start the immune response. So it's the most important master immune cell, and their function is improved by a low-calorie diet. Other studies in rodents have shown exactly the same kind of thing. So we can be fairly confident that's good advice. However, nutritional deficiencies or malnutrition could have the opposite effect, and might make a person more susceptible to infection. Also, once infected, the metabolic rate may go up, so you're burning more calories. So those on a very low-calorie diet might want to increase their intake of nutritious foods like protein, fruits, and vegetables for several days or weeks, so they can recover from the virus more quickly and get fewer symptoms. This is what we recommend. So if you're experiencing mild symptoms, and at least 80%, probably more, of people with coronavirus are getting mild symptoms, we suggest moving from step 1A to step 1B or higher. And if your symptoms become more severe or are more severe, we'd say just get up to step 4 or higher. Okay, so those extra calories might help mitigate the extra calories being burnt from the higher metabolic rate. So I hope that's helpful, guys. And of course, any questions, let us know. Yes, this is actually another concerning thing we've been hearing, that some companies are claiming that certain vitamins, herbs, or supplements can help to fend off or treat the virus. Now, most statements about vitamins or supplements being able to ward off coronavirus or mitigate some of the side effects of the disease are untrue or misleading, and they should be treated with a great deal of skepticism. Now, of course, most experts do believe that a healthy, varied diet is likely to reduce the risk of contracting the disease or of suffering the worst consequences of the disease. Unfortunately, the problem is nutrition surveys from both the UK and the USA show that the great majority of people in every category of sex and age are deficient in at least one vitamin or mineral, at least one. So that's concerning, because it's pretty clear that these nutrients are crucial to immunity. In fact, if we look at the most recent study, and this is a review study of all of the research done on vitamins and minerals and their effects on immunity, and it was done just in January. It looked at 231 different bits of research, so very comprehensive. And it showed, and in the author's words, so this is what the authors said. They said vitamins A, D, C, E, B6, B12, folate, zinc, iron, copper, and selenium play a vital, often synergistic role at every stage of the immune response. So obviously this makes a very strong case for improving your diet, or taking a quality multivitamin mineral supplement if you think your diet might not be as varied and good as it could be. Now, for those on our diet, on the 1-to-1 diet by Cambridge Weight Plan, it already contains the daily requirement of all vitamins, minerals, and essential nutrients. So there's no need to add a multivitamin to the diet. So hopefully that helps, guys, and hopefully not too many people will be getting duped by some of these shady companies trying to sell miracle cures. Okay, thanks. Hi, yes, that's actually a good question we've had around hydration. Yeah, so is it important to drink more, and what about fluids on any kind of diet, and how that might affect or be affected by the coronavirus? So, an overview of patients' responses to the virus from a large group of patients of the initially infected people in China. This is one of the studies we have on the virus itself. Shows that hydration can be very important because dehydration can actually cause the blood pressure to go dangerously low. And that can cause problems for recovering from the virus. Now, the one-to-one diet, fluid intake, as far as what we recommend, they are consistent. The amount of liquid intake that we recommend is consistent with the British Nutrition Foundation. Their recommendation is 6 to 8 mugs or large glasses of water or liquid per day. Our recommendations are about the same, depending on the size of vessel, so the size of glass or mug you're using. You can drink a little bit more than that. You might need a little bit more than that if you're dehydrated and you have a bad case of the virus, but that should be enough for most people. Hi everyone. So yes, so another question we've had is, can the coronavirus be spread through food? Now, many government agencies and health authorities have reported recently that there's no evidence that the new coronavirus can be spread via food. Now, there's two problems there. They didn't say it can't be, they just said there's no evidence. And secondly, they said the new coronavirus. All right, so let's look at some information that I've managed to uncover. First of all, recently the French Health Safety Agency says that there could be a risk of transfer from food. Secondly, I dug up a World Health Organization report which confirmed that the SARS-CoV-1, so the original SARS-CoV virus, this is SARS-CoV-2 we have now, the new coronavirus, there's no reason to believe they'd be transferred differently on food. They're probably very similar in that respect. Can be found on and can survive on food for short periods. So it could happen, it's possible. Overall, food should not be a major source of risk because viruses don't grow on food like bacteria does. So viruses will gradually decrease in number and viability and they'll die on food, whereas bacteria can often grow on food and become more numerous, and obviously that's more of a risk. So it's not a big risk, and the World Health Organization, to be fair, did say in their words that would be considered to be rare that it would be transferred by food. Also, cooking, if food is cooked for even a fairly short time, it is likely to kill the vast majority of any virus, kill any number that would pose a threat. If restaurants or takeaways or wherever you're getting your food from, if they follow the rules on food preparation, which are quite strict, the risk should be very low. And of course, products from responsible food manufacturers like ourselves, who follow the strictest food safety protocols, the risk is going to be very low. I mean, we follow protocols that are specifically designed to minimize the number of microorganisms and pathogens in foods. So products from us and other responsible manufacturers of packaged foods are very unlikely to pose any risk to anyone. Okay, so I hope that helps and is useful. And again, any questions, let us have them, and we'll try and get back to you with the best answers we can. All right, thanks, guys.